Well, there is new chaos on Capitol Hill as House Republicans work to replace outgoing House Speaker John Boehner.
Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, the Bakersfield lawmaker thought to be Boehner's likely successor, stunned colleagues today by suddenly withdrawing. KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan joins us now with a look at how McCarthy's own words may have done him in. Dave.
Yeah, there were some chaotic scenes at the Capitol today, and there was a lot of emotion as well. It was a stunning day in Washington, and one congressman said some of his colleagues were in tears as Bakersfield Congressman Kevin McCarthy suddenly announced he would no longer be a candidate for House Speaker. A shock heard round the Capitol, like this from San Diego County Congressman Darrell Issa.
All members of the delegation of the conference were shocked.
We were all in shock. The room was in total silence.
I think I shocked some of you, huh?
The shocking announcement that he would no longer be a candidate for House Speaker came just 10 days after Bakersfield Congressman Kevin McCarthy, the majority leader, threw his hat in the ring for the speakership and was almost universally embraced as a sure thing.
If we are going to unite and be strong, we need a new face to help do that.
Stunned Republicans like New York Congressman Peter King declared that chaos now reigns, much like a banana republic.
Well, we give the appearance of being one. You know, again, we've never removed a speaker under circumstances like this before. And in effect, John was removed. Then we have the person who had 90% of the votes that were required, and he suddenly decides not to run. We have, government default possibly coming up because of the national debt. We have budget votes. We have so many important votes coming up, and we don't even have a speaker.
Political analyst Jack Pitney, a professor at Claremont McKenna College, says McCarthy was done in by his close connections to current Speaker John Boehner, now on his way out, and fears that McCarthy isn't conservative enough, as well as his own stumbles and fumbles in expressing himself on important issues, including his implication that the Benghazi hearings in Congress were a successful political vendetta against former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Pitney says McCarthy's withdrawal leaves the Republican Party and the search for a new speaker in a mess.
It leaves the Republican Party groping, given the internal divisions of the party, given the difficulty of dealing with the Democratic minority and the Democratic president. Volunteering to be speaker is like volunteering to be the first guy off the boat on D-Day. There's a very good chance that you're going to get shot from both sides.
Now there's deep concern, even among some lifelong Republicans like California political consultant Reed Galen, about the bitter divisions within the Republican Party that may be ripping it apart.
For the first time, we're seeing factions of the party where not just on strategy and tactics, but on major issues from immigration to gay marriage to abortion, wings of the party don't even remotely agree anymore. We can't afford to look like the people who, as Mike Huckabee said in an email today, wants to go to Washington and burn it down.
Some Republicans, like Congressman Peter King, whom we saw in that report, now say they're very concerned that the fierce battle within the party could paralyze the federal government and lead to another shutdown, which they say, if blamed on the congressional Republicans, could be devastating in the midst of a presidential campaign. Lena, Juan, back to you.